And it was quite a display as the Trailblazers arrived at the arena. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Missing a valued contributor, that can be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the small forward. And for Dallas, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Josh Richardson out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 slot.
Oh, you can't give any lane to the basket. Once Lillard sees it, he jumps all over.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. But this team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
Here's Lillard. After Luka Doncic's bucket, Lillard dishes to McCollum. Outside, Covington. McCollum kicks to Lillard. Offline with his 3. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Mavericks. Richardson, no luck. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Lillard against Doncic. Back to Lillard. From the arc. Again, the miss by Lillard.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Finney-Smith. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Well, yeah, high IQ basketball from Richardson values the easy assist over a risky shot.
In the corner, Powell with it for 3. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Defensive breakdown, and they can't capitalize. He'll hit that shot almost every time.
And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul. Porzingis passes to Finney-Smith. Dallas moving the ball around.
Now look, he was laying in wait for that pass. I mean, lured him into his trap.
Pass to Nurkic. At the elbow, it's Lillard. Fast break, Dallas. Here's Kleba. And he makes good on the layup.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Lillard dishes to Covington. Lillard attacking, and then Lillard slams it in.
And don't sleep on Lillard's vertical. When he's going strong to the bucket, he's capable of throwdowns like these.
Richardson the pass to Porzingis. And he banks in the layup. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of
good one, yes,
reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. A different look for Dallas. Dwight Powell's checked in for Maxi Kleba. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Cantor checked in for Portland. Brunson and McCollum with the block. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. Lillard from outside. And it's Lillard again missing.
He just can't find the touch this quarter. He's got to keep grinding and looking for the best shot possible.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Now here's Lillard. And that one is good. Lillard's got 6.
Love seeing Lillard work it in close. I mean, he has the skills to convert at a high rate.
Richardson kicks to Porzingis. Here's the pass to Powell. Down low. Shoots over Cantor. Excellent D from Cantor. And that's a foul called on Porzingis. That is his first foul of the game. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dallas. Reddick comes in for Richardson. Portland also making some changes. Anthony's checked in for Robert Covington. Derek Jones comes in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Now here's McCollum. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Just 5 on the clock. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
Capable of being a defensive anchor. Keith Cauley-Stein is positioning himself to swat shots.
Yep, it counts.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Trailblazers trail by 6. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. McCollum against Reddick. And the basket by McCollum.
Always good to see solid interior work by McCollum. I mean, he might earn himself some extra space on his outside jumpers when he gets inside points like this.
Here's Powell and the dunk by Powell.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
The coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy baskets like this.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Mavericks lead by 6. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action.
When I'm training in the summer, before practice, after practice.
The team seems to support, Greg, that philosophy 100%.
The game has changed. Some guys would rather take a few steps back to get a cleaner look. Lillard being one of them.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, they've got Jones. Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then there's McCollum, and it's Simons in at the point. Powell inside. Anthony on him. Powell, that's good. Powell's got 6.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Simons surveying the D. And so the ball out of bounds. McCollum touched it last. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. And Portland with a change here, too. Lillard's checked in for Anthony Simons. We play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Doncic against Lillard. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Well, coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
Well, I like Richardson's versatile skill set. He has the deep shot, but he can also drive through the D.
Pass to Lillard. Fires from deep. That shot, no good. Now Dallas takes it the other way. From 7. And Doncic finishes inside. Doncic has got the lead up to 11 now for Dallas.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. On defense, the Mavericks. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game.
Love when guys are alert and aware on D. Great job to prevent the entry pass.
Finney Smith passes to Porzingis. He can't get it to go. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter.
This is the kind of ball movement they want to get from Kanter. Scan the floor, and when you spot the open man, get it to him.
Doncic against Lillard. Doncic passes to Powell. Oh, that was something else.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's how to make things look easy for a teammate. I mean, you make passes like that one from Lillard, crazy.
Now, Doncic. This one for three. They get it again. Tries yet again. Excellent D from Cancer. And the foul called on Porzingis. That's foul number 2 for him. Both teams deciding to change it up. Here's Simons. Burke covering. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Redick surveying the D. And there's the foul. It's on Nasir Little. That's his first foul. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for foul. High post, Cauley Stein. Working on Nurkic. Just 5 to shoot. Redick passes to Cauley Stein. And he makes that one. And the Mavericks lead by 9.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
McCollum against Redick. Pass to Simons. Now the dish to Nurkic. And he comes up with the deuce.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Now here's Burke. D right on him. And the wide open shot from Redick. And the 3 off target.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Little. And he gets it to go.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, that's what's frustrating because you did the job defensively to get the stop, and then you gave it right back.
Redick inside the line. Rebound by Nurkic.
The setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
And a wide open look for McCollum. Buries it from 3-point range. Now just a 2-point Dallas lead. Burke, the pass to Cauley Stein. Shoots over Nurkic, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Oh, and it's important for Cauley Stein's confidence that he gets these interior shots to fall. The more he sees the ball go in, the more assured he will feel down inside.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. The Mavericks on top. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the
2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome. Dallas has the edge here at halftime. They hold a 4-point lead. Kenny, give us your take. And
second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently. How about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to how about Kobe going to the Lakers? Mikal and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit, and I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Josh Richardson, and it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward position. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half. Richardson, no luck. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. It's a 3-point game. And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That's his first foul. Inside, Doncic with the steal. Kleba with it. Lillard picks him up. And Porzingis, here we go. Rebound by the Trailblazers. And here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. And Lillard picks to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Shot clock at 6. A three from McCollum, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. McCollum's got the game tied up here for Portland. Doncic outside. Pass to Porzingis. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Porzingis has got 8 points.
His teammates keep getting him the ball in his favorite spots. He's done a lot for his shooting percentage.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it, and it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Powell, he's checked in for Maxi Kleber. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. And a switch here also for Portland. Anthony's checked in. Brunson. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Brunson's got his second basket of the night. And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, it said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM.
Brunson controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Mavericks lead by 6.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's his first foul for the Trailblazers. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Little comes in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Mavericks leading by 4. And here is Doncic. 6 points for him. To the middle. Here's Cauley Stein. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 4 assists in the game. And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Redick comes in for Burke. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Powell dishes to Little. 1:49 left to play here in the third. And here's Anthony for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Anthony's got his first 3 points of the game.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
The pass to Melly. On to Hardaway. It's Redick on the wing, and it's Norman Powell with the foul. That's his first foul. 1:15 left in the third. Outside for Redick. Dallas moving it around. Shot clock at 5. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. In the corner, it's Little for the tie. Powell, the pass to Cantor. Lays it up and banks it in. Now just a 1-point Maverick lead.
A true inside-outside player. We know Cantor can hit a 3, but he's at his best closer range.
Now here's Brunson. He's guarded close.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Powell dishes to Anthony. Back to Powell. 20 seconds left in the third quarter. An easy 2 points on the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 1.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Outside, Redick. Lays it up off the glass. Redick's got his first points in this one.
Proving he's more than just an outside shooter. Redick also has a sweet touch from that area.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Mavericks lead by 1. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter next. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. On the floor for Portland, Damian Lillard out there with Powell. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then it's Robert Covington. And it's Jones in at the 3, the small forward. Back to Kleba. Count that one. Kleba's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for Dallas.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Lillard, the pass to Covington. Passes it to Powell. Lillard, right side. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
Last thing they want to be doing right now is giving away possessions. I mean, turnovers can kill you in this kind of game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Porzingis is checked in for Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And a switch here also for Portland. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Powell. Here's Porzingis. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And here's McCollum for 3. And it's Lillard on the follow.
Wow, the speed of Lillard. So masterful at making decisions in the fast break situation.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. And Doncic gets it to go.
Well, they found exactly the shot they wanted. I mean, they'll take that every time.
Lillard against Doncic. Pass to McCollum. And stolen by Richardson. The drive by Doncic. Nurkic with the block.
A defensive anchor. I mean, you got to admire how Nurkic uses his wingspan to turn shots back.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Melly is checked in for Maxi Kleba. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Josh Richardson.
Great work right there on the inbounds play. Getting the bucket before the D has time to react.
Lillard against Porzingis. Back to Lillard. He dishes it to Nurkic. He gets that one.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Coach trusts him to make winning plays down the stretch. I mean, because he's shown that ability time and time and time again.
Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. 5 to shoot. Nurkic with the steal. Here's Jones, and Jones slams it in.
Great court awareness from the crafty guard McCollum. I mean, a good teammate who likes hitting his open guys.
Redick passes to Porzingis.
And with the offense.
And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Trey Burke's checked in for Dallas. Jalen Brunson comes in for Doncic. Here's Brunson. It's blocked.
We don't talk much about his defense. I mean, Cantor has been much maligned for his work at that end. He's been making a better effort.
Lillard left side to take the lead, and he gets the basket. Officials, the coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to have a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Kicks it out to McCollum. Back to Lillard, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Anthony's checked in. This is a huge possession.
And this is where all the hard work pays off. You have to be able to execute under pressure.
Doncic looking it over. Yes!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hands. They know they can count on him to make crucial shots.
McCollum against Richardson. Lillard from outside. Can't get the three to fall. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And even though he's undersized, McCollum is just a tenacious scorer. He's a confident shooter that can catch fire quickly. As confident as it gets at the line. He wants to be up there in the tight ball game.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2.
And at 7-3, Porzingis could have been just another big, but he defies expectations. He's got such an impressive array of abilities.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 3. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Luka Doncic.
And the shooting percentage, how about all the way in the 60s, shows how deadly he could be when he's feeling it. And as locked in as he was, they were trying to feed him as much as possible. But he never got out of control. I mean, he kept his head and just stayed patient.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our program.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Over the land of the free.
Well, the weekend obviously is in full swing. And a couple of injuries among their reserves. I expect their starters guys will be ready to do whatever's needed.
2 players injured, one of their stars out, something they'll have to dig deep to overcome.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Ivica Zubac. Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then there's Batum, and it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. And for Dallas, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Richardson is out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward.
Just the first good move in a game of chess between these 2 coaches.
Strategy is going to be a big part of the outcome tonight. We'll see which team dictates the style of play.
And what a motor. Porzingis is an all-star talent who is also willing to do the dirty work.
It's Jackson with the drive and the dunk by Jackson.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injuries slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
And here is Los Angeles now. The Mavericks making the shot. Jackson gets the bucket.
This is what you get from Reggie Jackson now. Powering through contact and has the focus to complete the play.
Now Richardson over in the corner, Doncic. Now here's Richardson. Here's Porzingis. And the rejection by Zubac. And now Batum pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Richardson against George. Kleba, the pass to Porzingis. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
Leonard with the bucket.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Doncic looking it over. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first.
And after defending on the shot, he doesn't give up on the play. Follow that straight to the glass for the rebound.
Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
Richardson, no luck. Clippers leading by 8. And here's Batum. And Batum throws it down.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
Here's Doncic. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
Oof. That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are 2 guys that still are very reliable.
Here's George following the score by Dallas. And there's the pass to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Doncic outside. And the basket is good.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
Richardson against George. Passes it to Zubac.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And he shot foul shots at about a 75% clip a season ago.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there.
Because he knows he makes a living at the line, he invites contact and sometimes even initiates it.
Brunson the pass to Cauley Stein. Stolen by Zubac. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. And Patterson kicks to Rondo. Back to Patterson. Up again. It's good on the putback. Zubac has got 8 points.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
There's the foul. It's on Patrick Patterson. That's his first foul. 11 seconds left to play in the first. To the paint. Out to Hardaway. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got his 5th rebound in this one. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers going into the break with a 10.
I want all the bags, I want all the bags.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Morris is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then it's Luke Kennard. That's Rajon Rondo, and it's man in a shooting guard. Here's Redick, following the basket by Marcus Morris. Redick surveying the D. Cauley Stein dishes to Reddick. The putback, great positioning on the putback.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Rondo passes to Morris. The 9-foot shot, and the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
Terrific use of his body to open up space on the inside.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Outside, Reddick. He kicks to Powell. Back to Reddick. Lets it go with a three. That one, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Morris into the lane. Yes, that goes in. Morris has got the lead up to 14 now for the Clippers.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his first foul. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Reddick with the three.
And they really haven't been able to get into any kind of an offensive flow this quarter. It's sort of a hired gun. Reddick's been a premier floor spacer in this league for a long time.
Listen to these numbers, GA, for his career. He has shot over 40% from three. One season, he hit 47% from beyond the arc. And I can tell you, that is a tough mark to hit. And over the years, his incredible range has just become more and more valuable.
Here's Powell. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Los Angeles leading by 16. Kennard finds Patterson. Rondo's shot is off.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
And the way they have controlled the glass this game, really impressive.
You know, you look at how they built this lead. It's been through extra possessions.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basket. And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback. And it's Rondo penetrating in the corner. Kennard with it. And it's good coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Kennard's got himself on the board with 3 there.
When Kennard is that set up, he almost can't miss. Such a skilled shooter.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. Craig, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin. And yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for the Mavericks.
The consummate team player, Paul George, is an excellent leader, and he's cool to let others lead also.
The Mavericks have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. All free throws good from Doncic.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Cloak loose and stolen by Richardson. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Give Josh credit, taking the challenge offensively, discipline, and that's a beautiful pass.
George against Richardson. Unloads from 13. Offensive rebound. Zubats shooting foul as the whistle. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call,
You got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Jackson against Brunson. Here's Cauley Stein. The Clippers grab the miss.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Power move from PG-13. He's added a lot of muscle to his frame over the years, putting it to good use right there.
And George drops them both. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. 17-point game. His three-pointers off the mark.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Love the aggressiveness. Kawhi very active, very focused on the job at hand.
There's 31 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Hardaway from outside. Oh, and he almost had a four-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for three.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
And the second free throw, good. And he nails the third. Los Angeles leading by 17. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Jackson with it. Out defended by Cauley Stein. Jackson passes to Zubac. Good. Zubac has got 4 points now in the quarter.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
To the left side wing. Here's Burke. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, and for the Clippers, the wing tandem of Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. And
Really ain't know yet. You really ain't know yet. No. Big bad wolf and nobody.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You've got to like what Ivica Zubac has done in this game.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
Basketball 101. You've got to put a body on him. Unfortunately, that's a fundamental that's gone by the wayside.
Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Josh Richardson out there with Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with. Here's Jackson. Following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. Jackson against Doncic. Jackson passes to George. 4 on the clock. Over Richardson. The shot by George, no good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Richardson finds Porzingis. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Richardson the pass to Porzingis. And that one drops.
For a guard, Josh Richardson has all type of length. He is consistently getting to the lane, and he can score.
Porzingis with the steal. Doncic left side. Ball's knocked loose. Paul George with the steal. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. And the dunk by Jackson.
A terrific ball thief. PG-13 knows it's a priority to create turnovers that spark the running game.
Now here's Doncic. He's got 6. Off target from outside.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
Leonard inside. Richardson covering. Jackson kicks to Zubats. Yep, that one goes in there.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Mavericks trailed by 19. Richardson outside. Here's Porzingis. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
And this team's struggles are not his fault. He's putting in work at the offensive end.
George, that's a two-pointer. Zubats with it. He's got 14. 6 on the shot clock. No good with the triple. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Doncic has got his third bucket of the night. Clippers leading by 15. Here's Jackson. He's got 6. Doncic with the steal. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Richardson gets a wide open look. And it's off from three-point range.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
You know, Greg, you'd probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
Mavericks trail by 17. Pass to Porzingis. And the rejection by Zubats. It's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Here's Redick. No one on him, and he makes the easy one.
And if you let Redick set his feet and just catch and shoot, you're in for a long night.
Rondo looking over the floor. Fader on the way over Cauley-Stein. Rondo can't get it to go. Dallas has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Powell kicks to Hardaway. Powell the pass to Brunson. No good on that one. And the Clippers will come the other way. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Here's Rondo, and he uses the glass on the layup. Rondo's got his first bucket in this one.
Really admire the fact that Rondo is not afraid to go down there in the paint from time to time.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yes, you do, but it's a dilemma. If you get a great look earlier in the clock, do you take it?
The shot by Redick, no good. And here we go with Morris, running it up the court. With 1 on the clock, no good. And so it's Los Angeles, out in front by 17 points at the end. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And it's Rondo with the ball for the Clippers. They lead by 17. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. So for the Clippers right now, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. That's Rajon Rondo. Then there's Patrick Patterson, and it's George in at the 2.
And the focus Paul George has. Outstanding job finding a way to score on physical defense.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hardaway. Richardson, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Now, here's Richardson. Pass to Porzingis from the baseline. Finney-Smith, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And here's George for 3. The shot, no good. Good work defensively by Richardson. Right wing. The 3 for Doncic. Rajon Rondo with the rebound. Outside for George. Wide open look. It's rebounded by Doncic.
He really can't buy a bucket, but his teammates have his back.
Sinks it, and the shot from Porzingis.
He's doing what he can do to pull them closer, but it's not enough. He needs more help.
Rondo on top, guarded by Doncic. The offensive rebound. Anderson passes to Leonard. Out to Morris. 3 on the clock. From deep. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
And the one thing about Moore, it doesn't scare you from beyond the arc, but you still have to account for him.
Doncic passes to Porzingis, and it's sent back by George. Morris dishes to Leonard. That one good for 2.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They've came in focused, and they've executed.
Now, here's Doncic, and the foul called on Porzingis. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Zubac is checked in for Patterson. Batum comes in for Morris, and it's Jackson in for Rajon Rondo. Outside for George. Goes back up. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got 5 rebounds tonight.
Off the mark once again. Terrible quarter for him thus far. Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Richardson against George. Over Richardson. That one off the back iron and out.
Once he gets the ball there, you expect him to capitalize. That was a missed opportunity.
Kleba, the pass to Porzingis. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubac has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him.
And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen. Here's Doncic, and right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
I love it. Beautiful job getting to the rim, making a play.
Jackson passes to Zubac. He gets it in there. And the Clippers lead by 19.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
The pass to Porzingis. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Clippers.
Great, generous ball movement tonight. A thing of beauty.
Yeah, a remarkable team effort. They got everyone involved.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Melly is checked in for Maxi Kleba. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. J.J. Redick's checked in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yes, the last few years, the rules changes have tended to benefit the offenses. This evens things out a bit.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Powell's checked in.
That's his 2nd personal foul.
That free throw good from Hardaway. Los Angeles making a switch here.
Morris. 0.
The 3. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Clippers leading by 15. Out to the wing. Uncovered. Doesn't go for him. Mavericks have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the 4th quarter. Brunson, no good. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. Morris outside. Jackson against Brunson. Just 5 on the clock. And again, it's the Clippers missing. 27 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Outside for Redick. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Now Jackson. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interest. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for a short rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Missing a valued contributor, that can be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. They've got Jamal Murray, Aaron Gordon out there with Porter. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Jokic in at the center, filling out the middle. And for Dallas, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Richardson is out there with Doncic, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. And so the Denver Nuggets get the first points in the ballgame. And denied, he sends it right off the glass. 4-on-3 break. Here's Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
You've got to stay between Aaron Gordon and the basket, particularly in transition. If you don't, you're toast.
And for Jokic, a slow start to last season, came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape. And boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Murray, the pass to Barton. To the inside. And Jokic throws it down.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned. And I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body. And I think we will see that in time. Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now here's Porzingis. Kleba finds Porzingis. Doncic against Murray. Sinks it. And the shot from Porzingis.
Boy, not a bad beginning. 3 for 4 from the floor. Pretty good start.
Nuggets have gone 4 of 4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Richardson against Barton. And the layup's good off the glass.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Porzingis, good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Porzingis has got his second bucket.
Well, we see a de-emphasis of the mid-range shot opportunities in today's NBA, but Porzingis excels in that area.
Now here's Murray. Pass to Jokic. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Porzingis. Team Zap dynasties, the 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think is going to lead the pack there, Greg?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played.
What about that dunk?
That was special. My goodness. Wow, the tenacity of Aaron Gordon, the athleticism is just amazing.
Outside for Redick. Wants to get it to Powell, and does. Pass to Brunson from downtown. It's rebounded by Paul Millsap. And it's Millsap with the ball for the Nuggets. 4-point game. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Well, if you allow Hardaway to get near the rim, this is what's going to happen. This guy is a fantastic finisher.
Murray outside. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Back to Brunson. Dallas moving it around. Cauley Stein dishes to Powell. Now the pass to Brunson. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring, and Tim Hardaway says, you know what, my teammate's open, I'm going to get him the ball.
Murray, the pass to Millsap, and Millsap slams it in.
I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
The shot by Redick, no good. Denver leading by 4. Here's Gordon, and the officials call goaltending. And here we go, coach's challenge on that goaltending call. Now, the coach didn't think the call was correct. How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long. And with this type of goaltending review process, one thing to keep in mind is that the rule states, quote, in order to overturn the event as called on the floor, there must be clear and conclusive visual evidence that the call was incorrect.
And so, Greg, if via replay there is any level of ambiguity, it makes sense that the original ruling would stay. But in that event, the coach has used up his one and only coach's challenge for the game. So, as you can tell, a lot riding on when you choose to use it. And so it's the Denver Nuggets with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best.
The mentality of how we play, how we move the ball.
Greg, sounds like something a coach would say.
It's probably something his coach has said time and time again, but Murray's really matured into a reliable, sometimes spectacular performer for this team.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor for Dallas, they've got J.J. Redick. Dwight Powell is out there with Cauley Stein. Then there's Hardaway, and it's Brunson in at point. Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Zinkas, he's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Josh Richardson comes in for J.J. Redick. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Powell with the steal. Richardson against Porter. Out to Doncic. That shot misses. And it's Denver the other way. And here they go. Here's Barton. Again, the Nuggets score.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Mavericks trail by 8. And here's Richardson. Passes to Porzingis. Up and in from the low block. Porzingis has got 6 points.
Well, Porzingis will make you pay if you collapse off of him.
It's Barton on the wing. He dishes it to Green. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Green's got the lead up to 8 now for the Nuggets. Now, here's Doncic. Tight defense on him. Elbow shot is on the way. And it's Denver with the rebound.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Barton against Richardson. Barton left side. And Barton throws it down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Doncic outside. And he converts the layup. Doncic has got his second basket.
I'll tell you, Luka Doncic makes tough shots look easy. Boy, that close to the bucket through that much contact, nice.
Campazzo, guarded by Doncic. Here's Green, banked in off the glass. Green's got the lead, back up to 10 now for the Nuggets.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Now, here's Doncic, guarded closer.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
McGee controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And it's a 12-point Nugget lead.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Here's Porzingis, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good. The Nuggets have gotten all but one of their 7 shots in the second quarter to drop. Pretty impressive. Green finds Porter. The kick out to Barton. 6 to shoot over Richardson. Barton, no luck.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Richardson attacking. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Marjanovic comes in for Dwight Powell. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Hardaway.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Gordon, the pass to Millsap. Missed inside.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Porzingis kicks to Doncic. Traps in the tray. Doncic has got it back down to within single digits for the man.
Well, the Slovenian delivers from deep. Luka Doncic lets his outside shooting set up the rest of his well-rounded offensive game.
Gordon inside. Wide open look here for Murray. Buries the long-range jumper. Murray's got 5 points so far.
Boy, don't you love to see Aaron Gordon make these kinds of decisions. This guy is fully capable of recognizing open teammates.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. The drive by Jokic.
And when Jokic gets rolling, all 250 pounds of him, he's a load to try to stop off the bounce.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
At about an 82% clip a season ago, so I'm sure he'll take those numbers.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. J.J. Redick's checked in for Josh Richardson, and it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Brunson the pass to Marjanovic. To the middle, here's Porzingis. And it's Jokic with the rebound. And now, here comes Gordon leading the break. Porzingis with the steal. Good if it goes. That shot missing. And so it's the Denver Nuggets enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is. The first quarter was all about Nikola Jokic. He had 10 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 block. Shaq, let's get your take on Denver.
Look, the Joker looks unstoppable.
Thanks for joining.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
So out there for the Nuggets right now, they've got Nikola Jokic. Murray out there with Will Barton. And there's Gordon. And it's Porter in at the 3 spot. Reggie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you know, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
Their first basket in 4 tries. Let's see if that basket gets them going. It can be contagious now.
On the wing, Porter. Guarded by Marjanovic. And there's the defensive 3-second call. For Denver, they have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Gordon. Murray finds Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
And this is why Jokic is an all-star, all-NBA caliber talent, because of his ability to dominate in an effortless fashion.
Brunson with it, out guarded by Barton. Was shot by Redick, no good. The Nuggets leading by 17. Down low, and it's Murray with the jam.
And the amazing athleticism of Murray, just taking off towards the rim for the jam.
And Redick kicks to Cauley-Stein from deep. The shot by Redick, no good.
And with him missing literally everything he's put up today, you can see why the score is what it is.
Yep, that one goes. Green's got 6.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Redick for 3, and he slams it one-handed.
It'd be nice if everybody took as much pride in his rebounding as he does.
You know what, Greg, he loves that part of the game, and it shows.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
Here's Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter. Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
And with what we saw in the bubble, Murray has clearly elevated his game. Showed that he could be a #1 option on offense. I mean, his output was an incredible part of that run for the Nuggets. Yeah, just a terrific job of just staying with it. Nice. Oh, he has just struggled here offensively in the quarter.
Murray dishes to Green. Back to Murray. Porter outside. Drains it from beyond the arc. You know, Greg, the further we went into the playoffs, the more Jamal Murray looked like a star.
I mean, Kevin, big shots in clutch situations, logged heavy minutes, but, you know, never wavered. A truly heroic performance from Murray all postseason.
This guy is just working his tail off on the boards. You love the effort, love the energy.
Green passes to Jokic. 59 seconds left in the third. The layup missed. Brunson with it. Pass to Marjanovic. Makes it off the glass.
Well, there's an aggressive mentality in play. Work in close, find a way to score.
The Nuggets leading by 22. Over to the left wing. And Jokic wide open. He shoots with nobody on him. He buries the jumper.
What an aggressive mindset in this period. He's starting to take over.
Brunson kicks to Finney-Smith. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Redick against Barton. Shot clock at 5. Here's Marjanovic. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley-Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Barton dishes to Green. And it's Murray penetrating. And Green gets it to go.
Boy, doesn't get any easier than that. What a size advantage, and just goes to work.
And the wide open shot from Redick. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over already. Denver on top, opening up a huge gap. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
You know a thing or two about a point guard's job. Set the table for your teammates. Done there perfectly.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Richardson is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Burke in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Richardson left side. Pass to Porzingis. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive. Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Burke kicks to Richardson. The pass to Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
This incredible confidence that Luka Doncic possesses, my goodness.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for Denver. Campazzo, Richardson cover. Dishes it to McGee. And it's McGee with the jam.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? Richardson attacking. Porzingis. JaVale McGee grabs the miss. McGee's got his 4th rebound in this one. Out of bounds, Dallas takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Dwight Powell's checked in for Porzingis. Nicolo Melli comes in for Maxi Kleber. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Josh Richardson. And a switcher also for Denver. Dozier's checked in. Powell, that's good.
Tell you, even with some physical contact, Powell gets it done. Love his persistence.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th. Back to McGee. Campazzo, guarded by Doncic. Millsap has the open look. That shot off, so the Mavericks will take it the other way. Powell with it, and McGee picks him up defensively.
And born and raised in Toronto, Powell is part of a growing legion of NBA players who hail from up north.
We the North. How about upon arriving in Dallas, he became the 5th Canadian to suit up just for the Dallas Mavs organization alone. So college and NBA scouts spending more time there now. What a beautiful country with plenty of basketball talent.
Passes it to Najee. Second chance effort, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the foul against Dallas. First free throw is good. A different look for Dallas. Porzingis is checked in for Powell. Maxi Kleber comes in for Nicolo Melli. And it's Richardson in for Burke. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th quarter. Doncic outside. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Just another way. Luka Doncic is such a tough cover. This guy's knack for getting into the painted area and converting both easy shots and contested shots.
Najee passes to Barton. Left side, Gordon. Pass to Najee. And it's blocked. And they're able to recover. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Powell, he's checked in for Dallas. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Doncic kicks to Porzingis. No coverage that time.
Yeah, because Luka Doncic is such a threat to score it, it opens up the passing game. And boy, it is on display right now.
Barton passes to Najee. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Najee's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Nuggets.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jokic.
Efficient productivity. You love what this guy has given to you on the offensive end.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Doncic against McGee. The putback, great positioning on the putback.
You have to love the intensity that Powell plays with on the glass, using that long body to track down those offensive boards.
Hardaway against Barton. Here's McGee. It's rebounded by Dallas. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Richardson the pass to Porzingis. Shoots over McGee, and it's Porzingis that time on the assist by Richardson.
Well, this is what they needed earlier on. At some point, it's too little, too late.
Yeah, but then again, this run came against a team that may have felt it had already won, and you get the sense it let its guard down.
The shot's good from McGee.
Spirited performance. You love to get this kind of win, especially on the road.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap. And the Blazers couldn't have looked any sharper as they came through the tunnel.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Missing a valued contributor, that could be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward position. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington. And it's Nurkic in at the 5, roaming the paint. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul. Kleba, the pass to Richardson. Inside, puts it up. And it's Porzingis that time on the assist by Richardson.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
Nobody near Lillard. Off target from outside.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Richardson, good. Here's McCollum. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Doncic with the steal. All alone in the dunk by Doncic.
And great steal and look ahead there. Compared to most guys his age, Doncic sees the game at another level.
Now here's Lillard. McCollum outside. Pass to Nurkic. Over Porzingis. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And McCollum has done a lot to improve his impact on the defensive end. Very active with his hands and how he challenges shots.
Well, the blocks numbers last year jumped up a bit. That's kind of a nice indicator of what you're talking about, GA. And he just doesn't get tired. And if he can give some more on the defensive end like he's shown, it's going to help out the team.
Here's McCollum. After Luka Doncic's bucket, it's McCollum with the drive. And it's in there.
Well, McCollum undersized at his position, at least in terms of his strength. But he can play that way because he competes. That's a tough one there.
Now, here's Doncic. And the shot goes down.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Lillard, right side, releases. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, when Nurkic goes across the lane there, hard to get him out of the way, and he collects the offensive rebound.
Lillard against Doncic. Porzingis kicks to Kleba. Porzingis passes to Doncic. From outside, off the mark. Trailblazers trail by 4. Nurkic with it. He's picked up by Doncic. Back to McCollum. Portland moving the ball around. Lillard against Richardson. Pass to McCollum. 5 on the clock. Porzingis with the steal. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
And there's the pass to Powell. Lillard with the bucket. Lillard's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Yeah, this is the kind of shot selection that you got to be on board with Lillard. Tenacious scorer, but I love the efficient opportunity there.
Doncic, chalk up 2 there.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Doncic against Lillard. And then Lillard slams it in.
Well, he can shoot the 3, so defenses have to go out and overplay him, and that's what creates lanes for him to do stuff like that.
Outside, Porzingis. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Three-pointer, Lillard. And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That is his first foul of the game. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Derek Jones, he's checked in for McCollum. And it's Simons in for Lillard. And now Portland on the break. Anthony, the pass to Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
So far, both teams scorching the nets. You gotta love it.
Yeah, made for TV game here. Pace is great. Scoring is coming in bunches. And both of the teams feeling confident right now.
Dallas shooting their first free throws of the game.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
It's been all about Luka Doncic for the Dallas Mavericks. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Right back after this break.
I don't fear nobody. And
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to try to feed that, get out quick.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for Dallas, Powell is up there with Tim Hardaway Jr. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then there's J.J. Redick, and it's Cauley Stein in at the 5 down low. Redick for 3. They get the rebound. It's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Powell against Redick. That's in, and the Dallas lead is cut down. Now it's just 3 on the bucket from Powell.
And he decides to go old school with the finger roll.
Brunson scanning the floor. To the paint. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
Powell, the pass to Simons. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Left side, Jones. Lock at 6. Powell, the pass to Cannon. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
Don't want to be careless around Cauley Stein. That's when he rises up and blocks shots away.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And G.A., even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. McCollum's checked in. There's the 3. That one's not going to go.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Dallas moving the ball around. Down low, Cauley Stein uses the glass to finish the layup. Cauley Stein's got the lead up to 8 now for Dallas. Here's Simons. Brunson covering. Floats one up. 2 points. That one goes. Simons has got 4 points this quarter. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Brunson with it. Kicks it to Powell. Outside Hardaway. Pass to Cauley Stein. Outside Redick. Stolen by McCollum. And now McCollum running the floor all by himself. And it's off from 3-point range. Mavericks leading by 6. Redick with the 3. And Cantor pulls it down.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
McCollum dishes to Cantor, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on J.J. Redick.
Such a big guy, Cantor, but also incredibly lean. At the NBA Combine, for instance, he tested out at 6% body fat, an extraordinarily low number for a man of his size.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Robert Covington's checked in for Derek Jones. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Anfernee Simons. Porzingis on the follow. Porzingis has got 6.
And Kevin, they've dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
Lillard finds McCollum. Back to Lillard. 3-pointer. The Mavericks pull it in.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
And that one's good. Doncic. And now an 8-point Maverick lead.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Lillard surveying the D. Cantor trying to free himself up. And that's good. Damian Lillard for 3. He's got 12.
You've got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot. That's one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
Doncic passes to Porzingis, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the call. Portland the foul.
Utilizing his length well there on the offensive end. Porzingis drawing that contact.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Nurkic checked in for Cantor. Three-pointer, Lillard. The shot, no good. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Here's Richardson. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Here's Lillard. Porzingis with the block.
You can see Porzingis taking some pride right now on the defensive end of the floor, taking care of the shooter with his long wingspan that time.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
And so it's Dallas holding on to
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal. And Luka Doncic has been the story in this one. He had 12 points and the Mavericks. That's all for now. Say goodbye.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better. That's the kind of leader you can get behind.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Here's Lillard. And it's Melly with the rebound.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense, not really a factor.
The 11-footer, that's in, and the Dallas lead is cut down now to just 9 on the basket from McCollum.
Just so good off the pass. McCollum set up and ready at all times.
Runs in the pass to Cauley Stein. Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Pass to Lillard. Back to McCollum. Dishes to Lillard. Feeds it to Nurkic. Just 4 to shoot. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead has got back down to single digits on a much-needed basket there from Damian Lillard. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. A different look now for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Robert Covington. Jones comes in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Kicks it out to Richardson. Back to Kleba. Nurkic with the steal. Powell finds Canner. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Richardson.
And truth is, Cantor is a fairly high percentage shooter inside. Sometimes better in this case to send him to the line.
Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Portland. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
That's a solid blueprint.
At 7-3, Porzingis with no trouble seeing over the defense. Excellent pass and a very unselfish play.
Simons, the pass to Cantor to the wing right side. Here's Simons, guarded by Doncic. Here's Jones.
Yeah, easy call.
The Trailblazers shooting. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
J.J. Redick's checked in for Hardaway. And here's Brunson. He has 6. He kicks it to Cauley Stein. Shoots over Cantor. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Brunson's got 8.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Stolen by Brunson. And Cantor pulls it down. Trailblazers trail by 11. Anthony dishes to Jones. Out to Anthony. And the layup falls.
Melo playing de facto point guard here as the ball handler, working on the pick and roll. So it's another element that's going to be tough to stop.
And the wide open shot from Redick. And Billy Cauley-Stein gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Lillard comes in for Anthony Simons. For Portland, they've gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Lillard outside. To the inside. Cantor. That one doesn't drop. Mavericks leading by 9. Here's Cauley-Stein, and he uses the glass on the layup. Cauley-Stein's got 4 points in the quarter.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Lillard attacking. It's good.
The thing about Lillard is he can go with either hand when he's attacking the rim, and that makes it very difficult to defend.
Outside, Redick. High, arcing shot. Nice D from Lillard. The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. The Mavericks on top, leading by 9. And we'll be back right after this. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Now the passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. On the floor for Dallas, Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Josh Richardson out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. Mavericks on D. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the layup's good off the glass. Lillard's got 20 points.
Well, he's capable of lighting a fuse and putting on a fireworks show. He'll do it in any building. Tonight he's got it going.
The drive by Doncic. The shot comes out. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. 7-point differential. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball.
Mavericks ball.
Richardson outside. Passes it to Porzingis. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Terry Stotts talk to his team during that timeout. His emphasis was for more effort on the defensive end. He said we have to do a better job of communicating and helping each other out. They're getting too many easy looks. Let's make it hard on them. Kevin, they're going to have to if they're going to slow down the hot shooting of their opponent.
Lillard outside. From deep three-point range, the Mavericks pull it in. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Yeah, the defense there in chill mode. We all know he can burn them from three-point range.
Finney Smith kicks to Richardson. Dallas moving it around. Back to Kleber. The 3 for Doncic. And the rebound by Nurkic.
And that's an important rebound, especially on a night where the board work has not been their best.
Portland no good that time either.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Right side Porzingis. Kleber, the pass to Porzingis. And a miss there on the triple. Trailblazers trail by 12.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Lillard from outside. Trailblazers keep it alive.
Well, a missed box out and an easy tip in, but it's because of the activity as the ball is going up, finding yourself in the right spot, just using some effort.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Norman Powell's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. The Mavericks also with a sub. Hardaway's checked in. And it's Doncic missing.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Well, for a guy who used to be more proficient in the half-court game, Lillard showing that nowadays he's just as dominant in transition.
Doncic with it. Now guarded by Nurkic. That one falls. Porzingis has got 5 points now in the quarter.
That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
Lillard against Doncic. Lillard outside. Goes to the reverse layup and taps it in. Lillard's got 24.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Here's Doncic. That shot is good. He's taken 15 and made 10 from the field tonight.
And it just seems when Doncic turns it on, it's a sight to see. Incredible at scoring in a variety of ways.
Lillard fires away from way outside, from beyond the arc, and then some. He's got 27. Dallas leading by 7. Richardson kicks to Kleba. Kicks it out to Richardson. Now, here's Kleba. The pass to Porzingis. Nurkic with the steal.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
And you can't make any mistakes right here if you want to keep hope alive. Their execution has to be precise.
Here's Lillard. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's on Porzingis.
That's a tip of the cap there. Always wanting to take the big shot for his team. Lillard makes more than his fair share.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Redick comes in for Maxi Kleba. Burke, he's checked in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Brunson kicks to Redick. Pass to Burke. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Burke, the pass to Redick. Just 5 to shoot. Hands it from downtown.
You can't let J.J. Redick get hot from there, and he usually starts the game that way, so this could be a long night.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. From deep, nails the tray.
And he wants the ball at the end of the games. You can see why Lillard's stepping up again to the challenge.
Hardaway for 3. So a close game sees Dallas taking this one. They seem to relish their role as the... All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge. And they've got a few injuries on their bench. Less options, but you'd think not too big of an impact for them.
2 injuries, one of their stars out, but it's all about how you respond to the adversity.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Josh Richardson out there with Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. And for the Clippers, Batum's out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Jackson in at the point guard.
Tell you what, guys, I don't think you ever have to question Doncic's effort level. He attacks the glass and the game all the same.
Richardson outside. Doncic trying to get open. And Porzingis gets it to go on the assist by Richardson.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession. Here's George, and George with the stop. About a minute played so far here in the first. Now, here's Doncic.
Now, there's an example of good defense beating good offense.
And now the fast break. George with the ball. Over Kleba. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Very hard not to leave your feet defending against Batum. Tough to bother his shot otherwise.
Good on both. For Dallas, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. Kleba against Batum. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Back to Doncic from outside the arc. Paul George grabs the miss. The Clippers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Here's Jackson. Leonard trying to break free. Jackson, that's good.
Yes, and how about the unselfishness? Paul George has no problem sharing the ball.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Doncic finds Porzingis. Out to Doncic. Kleba against Batum. 6 on the shot clock. And the rejection by Zubac. Now the Clippers moving it up. Leonard's got the ball. Stolen. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. The shot by Kleba, wide open, hits the three-point bomb.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folk. He can pass it, too.
Here's George. He can't get that one. Good work defensively by Richardson. Porzingis with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. Kleba, the pass to Porzingis. The shot off that time. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. The three from George. Jackson drives in. Zubac. Mavericks with the rebound.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
So, for the Clippers, Patterson comes in for Nicholas Batum. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Jackson. Hardaway's checked in for the Mavericks. Now here is Hardaway. Here's Porzingis. It's hauled in by Zubac. The Clippers trail. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. George with the bucket.
Boy, the confidence that George brings to his game is also confidence that impacts and injects his teammates. He's a high-octane scorer who's ready to go as soon as the game starts and whenever he gets the ball.
And Doncic gets it to go.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that. Well, that's a rare miss for him inside. He may have just rushed it a bit, maybe lost concentration, too.
And it's Richardson slamming it down.
Richardson getting points in transition. Easy buckets, thanks to his hustle after the steal. And that's how you take advantage of the turnover.
And the Clippers have possession following the score by Dallas. George with the bucket.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And it's Doncic missing. Clippers have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Tips it, and George able to finish. George has got 9.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
32 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
He's certainly been cold this quarter, guys, but trying to shoot his way back into a groove.
Rondo drives in, count the basket.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And they get it, and Doncic lays it in. He's got 6.
Well, a main weapon in Doncic's attack. He really excels at finding lanes and then taking advantage of them.
Rondo drives in, and the dunk by Zubac.
Yeah, nice, strong finish on the inside.
But, Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality.
An absolutely tremendous athlete, able to go up and finish over the biggest of defenders.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Los Angeles. What didn't he do in that quarter? A fantastic all-around effort.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well-balanced. This team lives it. And
if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Los Angeles.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
And the other thing, though, is their execution in terms of their ball movement has been flawless. Sets up a lot of easy scoring opportunities.
They've got Rajon Rondo. Patrick Patterson is out there with Morris. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the 2. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Cauley Stein finds Brunson. Burke, the pass to Cauley Stein. Shot clock at 6. Hardaway against Kennard. Hardaway, no good. Clippers leading by 6. To the middle. The shot's good from Kennard. Greg, you're the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision, excellent.
Rondo against Brunson. Inside. Morris passes to Patterson. Here's man. Burke covering. And Willie Cauley-Stein gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for the Clippers. Jackson comes in for Rajon Rondo. Dallas also making some changes. Powell, he's checked in for Melly. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Trey Burke. It's tipped. There's the pass to Batum. Cauley-Stein grabs the board. Mavericks trail by 6. Finney-Smith passes to Cauley-Stein. Great D that time from Batum. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Only giving up 2 points this quarter, but they'll get another chance. Redick with the rebound. The Mavericks have gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. Here's Brunson. Reggie Jackson with the rebound. Los Angeles leading by 6. Morris outside. Here's man. Guarded by Powell. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. The putback. It's good on the putback. Man's got his first 2 points.
Boy, fighting to keep that play alive. Beautiful tip in there.
Jackson against Brunson. Pass to Powell. Brunson kicks to Cauley-Stein. Batum with the steal. And here they come. Here's man. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And when you leave a man open, Batum finds it. Great feel for the game.
Passes it to Powell. Back to Brunson. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Jackson passes to Kennard. Back to Jackson. Pass to Batum. Cauley-Stein with the defensive effort.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. And tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
Great positioning on the putback.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley-Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Jackson against Brunson. The putback. Mavericks with the rebound. Cauley-Stein's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Redick with the bucket.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Down low, here's Batum. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. And the Clippers lead by 6.
And not his quarter, scoring-wise. Just 1 of 7 from the field.
Redick finds Powell, launches it. The shot by Redick, no good. Outside Jackson. Second chance shot. Morris with the bucket. Morris has got 4 points this quarter.
And you'd like to see more of this from Marcus. Attack that offensive glass and get...
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, an outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He had 9 points, 2 assists. And that does it for our...
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Without question, George displaying his skills today.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court for the Mavericks. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. And the Mavericks making a change here. Redick is checked in. Here's Doncic. And he drops in the layup off the glass. 8 points for Luka Doncic.
Boy, a strong, versatile offensive player. Doncic capable of burning you from anywhere on the floor.
And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Here's George. No, boy, a lot of contact there, but and yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Richardson dishes to Redick. And the pass to Doncic. Back to Redick. And foul on the shot. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
You know, he's the third pick in the 2018 draft, guys, and Doncic seems poised to dominate this league for a lot of years.
Patterson, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Hondo comes in for Jackson. Zubac. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds in this game. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Richardson.
You really have to account for Richardson around the basket. I mean, he does a good job using his length to create and finish his shots.
Porzingis, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
Doncic with the steal. And the dunk by Doncic.
You know, Doncic, a great passer, terrific offensive player, but that time showed you he can make offense from his defense.
Rondo passes to Leonard. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Back to George. Up and in on the layup. George has got 4 points this quarter.
And George is very capable at knocking down difficult shots. I mean, because of his size and stroke and ball handling and his added strength, he's able to shoot over good defense and knock them down.
Morris is checked in for Zubats. Here's Melly, covered by Morris. Leonard against Hardaway. 6 to shoot. Here's Brunson. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. Brunson's got it all tied up now for the Mavs.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
And the rejection by Cauley Stein. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rondo. Dallas with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. On the wing, Hardaway. Pass to Cauley Stein. Here's Melly. Burke, the pass to Cauley Stein. Here's Leonard. Mavericks with the rebound. And again, Dallas running up the court in transition. Brunson, good.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
And George kicks to Patterson. George passes to Patterson. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. To the inside. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Boy, a nice show of strength that time from Paul George, absorbing the hit and still carving out space to get the shot to go down.
Jackson, he's checked in for Rajon Rondo. They throw good, Paul George. Mavericks have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Here's Burke. 40 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And he gets the bucket. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Both teams getting it done defensively, as evidenced by the 8 lead changes thus far.
It's Jackson with the drive. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively.
It's good. And it's a 3-point Maverick lead.
And the execution has just been off defensively here in the second. Play after play, it's almost as if they're a step slow.
And it's George finishing it off.
Really difficult to contain Paul George in these pick and roll sets because of his speed. I mean, that's one element that gives him a great advantage. He's really good at making decisions in tight spaces and in these pick and roll situations.
And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
Yeah, that's a tough call there with the naked eye. Fortunately, the league's replay center able to slow it down, zoom in, and check all the angles.
Exactly. Making certain the right call was made. They've done a great job of speeding the process and giving the officials the information they need to arrive at the right call.
Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Batum, and it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Was shot by Redick, no good. Clippers trail by 3 for the finish. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
and busting it up the floor. Leonard showing a lot of energy on the fast break. If there's one thing he doesn't lack, it's hustle.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
You guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Mavericks?
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
The drive by Jackson. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Redick. Count it. Redick's got the lead up to 4 now for the Mavs.
It seems like they found their rhythm offensively, and they're shooting the ball much better out of the break.
Hey, I don't know if it was changing baskets or what, guys, but they clearly look a lot better offensively.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Count that one. And the Mavericks lead by 4.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Rondo's checked in. Pass to Zubac. From 10 feet out. That one doesn't go. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Runs in the pass to Cauley-Stein. Here's Burke. Connects from 3-point range. And it's a 7-point Maverick lead.
And not efficient in that first half, but they have really picked it up here. The shots that weren't falling earlier are finally finding the bottom of the net.
And it's put back up and in by Rondo.
And the second chance points haven't come as easily to them as they did in that first half. Those are valuable points they're missing out on.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Rajon Rondo.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
Reggie Jackson's checked in for the Clippers.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Lays it up and banks it in.
The quickness of Reggie Jackson, terrific. Superb at slicing apart the defense with his drives to the rack.
We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Runs in the pass to Cauley-Stein. He kicks it to Burke. Dallas moving it around. Feeds it to Cauley-Stein. And it's sent back by George.
Terrific focus from George there. Reading the shooter the entire way through. A great shot block.
Leonard attacking. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
A flat-out bulldog in the paint. Great job to follow his own shot there and get the basket.
Brunson against Jackson. And the rejection by Zubac. They retain possession. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Well, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
And Trey Burke gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Morris is checked in for Nicholas Batum. Knocked away. Doncic with the steal. Outside, Porzingis. And he banks in the layup. Now it's a 7-point Maverick lead.
Boy, the coaching staff loves seeing this. I mean, Porzingis being active and effective from this area here.
The shot by George, wide open. Hits it from 3-point range. George has got 23.
And George just has an uncanny knack for providing these kinds of baskets. And he makes it look so easy.
Here's Doncic. And he lays it straight in. And the Mavericks lead by 6.
No fear or hesitation in the eyes of Doncic. He loves the chance to take and make these big ones.
And here's George for 3. No good that time. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Richardson against George. And here's Doncic from the arc. Another three for Dallas.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
George with the bucket.
Hey, you know that George is going to take the shot when the game is up for grabs. I mean, that's who he is, and that's what's expected of him. He's an exceptional decision maker in these situations, which makes it even more obvious.
It's Richardson on the wing. A three-pointer, no good. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. Ripped away. Jackson against Porzingis. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. We're coming to you live on Payday.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, DA. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Missing a value contributor, that could be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. And for Denver, Gordon out there with Jokic. Then it's Will Barton. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Murray in at the point. And so the Denver Nuggets get the first points in the ballgame. To the left wing. Up top, Doncic. He's covered by Murray. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Jokic.
Luka Doncic is so clever. This guy able to draw the contact to get himself to the free throw line.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other.
For Denver, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Gordon, laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, sheer strength on these finishes. Aaron Gordon pushes through anything you might throw at him.
And Doncic, here we go. Here's Porzingis, good, and the assist goes to Doncic.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Basket counts. Gordon's got his 2nd basket.
You love seeing Aaron Gordon in the pick and roll. This guy is adept at setting screens and then getting into open space.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Puts up a three. Jokic with the steal. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis.
Extremely fortunate they didn't lose the ball there.
The Nuggets have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Porter looking it over. And there's the feed to Gordon. And Doncic with a clear path to the hoop. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
What a basketball mind when you think about Luka Doncic. This guy in the break is exploiting defenses.
Richardson gets a wide open look. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And so it's Barton bringing it up for the Denver Nuggets. Kicks it out to Gordon. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go. And I can't say I blame him.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Dwight Powell's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Redick comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Now here's Brunson. Back to Porzingis. Millsap with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. And shot on the way. No good that time. And it's Dallas the other way. And with the dunk contest in Aaron Gordon, some of the dunks he pulled off, Greg, were outstanding.
I mean, going over Taco Fall was the big one. The one-handed windmill was impressive as well. Gordon doesn't need a trophy. Everyone knows he's one of the best dunkers we've ever seen.
And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Richardson kicks to Powell. Kicks it out to Richardson. Here's Porzingis. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Boy, what a display of toughness from Kristaps Porzingis. He's a rock down low.
The pass to Murray. 1:12 left in the first quarter. Back to Gordon. Murray outside. Millsap trying to get open. Murray, no good.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Brunson, no good. The Nuggets trail. To the middle. Campazzo. Green left side. Shoots over Powell. Porzingis with the block.
Porzingis so fast off the floor when he challenges a shot. Helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
To Redick. Dallas moving it around. Nice shot by Porzingis.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Murray against Richardson. And stolen by Richardson. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. The Nuggets trail by 3. Millsap left side. And stolen by Cauley Stein. Here's Burke. Rebounded by McGee.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And stolen by Cauley Stein. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. It's Dallas up 3. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
On the court for the Mavericks. Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Richardson is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward position. On the foul called on Paul Millsap. That's his first foul. Jokic, he's checked in for Paul Millsap. And then for Dallas, Dwight Powell's checked in for Porzingis. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Richardson. Excellent D that time there from McGee.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that. But that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now, and in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's three guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from three, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those three guys can all hit pull-ups and step backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the three guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
Powell, that's good. Powell's got the lead back up to 3 now for the Mavs.
Nice pass here to set that basket up.
The Nuggets have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Porter kicks to Barton. Kleba against Jokic. And Jokic throws it down hard.
Sometimes he seems to be indestructible with the finishes he can make. Jokic is a force down low.
Now here's Doncic. He's got 5. McGee with the block. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. A pull-up. McGee. It's good on the putback. And the Nuggets lead by 1.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
McGee with the block. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. The Mavericks shooting 47% from the floor. Getting it done.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Now here's Barton. Passes to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. Now here's Brunson. Defense is right there. Burke misses the 3. Denver leading by 3. Out left to the wing. Back to Porter. The shot's good.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Pass to Burke. Marjanovic with it. To halt the run. McGee with the block. And here comes the break. Here's Barton. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. For Denver, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. That free throw good from Barton.
Taking 2 shots.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Mavericks trail by 7. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Brunson. It's deflected, but they recover it. Burke, the pass to Brunson. Another shot. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. The Nuggets making a switch here. Millsap's checked in.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Murray dishes to Barton. Pass to Millsap. The Nuggets with another miss. And here are the Mavericks now. It's a 5-point game. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. There's 45 seconds left now here in the second. Marjanovic with it. Now Green defending. Runs in the pass to Marjanovic. Ollie Stein in the post. Millsap's there. Marjanovic. And it's good for 2. Marjanovic has got his first points of the game.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Murray kicks to Barton. 20 seconds left in the first half of the game. Here's Millsap, and the rejection by Ollie Stein.
you better come stronger than that. Cauley-Stein, a presence defensively. Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Barton wide open. He fires, sinks the three-pointer. Barton's got 7 now in this quarter.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Nuggets.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game we had. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. The deepest hole they got themselves into. And that'll...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Gotta like what Will Barton has done in this game.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at the Nuggets, they've got Michael Porter. Gordon out there with Jokic. Then there's Murray. And it's Barton in at the shooting guard position.
Well, this is a decent free throw shooter. And where Powell could help himself is getting to the line a little bit more. Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
And the foul on Jamal Murray. That is his first foul of the game. Richardson outside. Now the pass to Porzingis. Lays it up off the glass. Porzingis has got 8 points.
I think you can see the strength that Porzingis has been developing over the early part of his career. That progress is showing up on a nightly basis.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. Passes it to Jokic. Just 5 on the clock. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And last year, Dallas gave Porzingis the contract he was looking for to the tune of $158 million.
And Greg, credit the Dallas organization for believing in Kristaps Porzingis' talent, and now credit Porzingis because you have to share shot attempts and usage with Luka Doncic. What has he done? He's concentrated on better rebounding, better rim protecting. This guy is all in on winning, and what a combination these 2 guys can be.
Here's Doncic, banked in off the glass. He has 7.
Wow, what a start. 3 for 3, terrific play calling, everything clicking out of the gates here.
Barton surveying the floor. Pass to Jokic. To the paint, Gordon. The kick out to Porter. Back to Jokic. Second shot opportunity. Yes! And the foul. It's on Porzingis.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
Hardaway's checked in for J.J. Redick. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game, because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant, and
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
Floats it up for Jokic. Powell with the steal. Richardson with it. Now guarded by Murray. Good on that shot, and with that, the Nugget lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Richardson. Murray kicks to Jokic. Campazzo, guarded by Doncic. Dishes it to McGee. And it's McGee with the jam.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Doncic passes to Powell. Outside Hardaway. It's tipped. Now, here's Doncic. He's guarded closely. McGee with the block. Murray, the pass to McGee. No stopping him there. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Gordon, the pass to Green. And that one, good. And the Nuggets lead by 6.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Brunson against Murray. And that one's good. Marjanovic has got his second bucket.
What energy on the offensive boards. The defense can't match the effort, and they paid the price.
Barton against Brunson. Green slams it in.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Millsap with the double team. Or kicks to Marjanovic. Murray against Brunson. Off target at the rim.
I know he's got to be frustrated right now, but the team is fighting from behind. He's got to stay with it.
And here we go. Fast break. Burks got it. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Hardaway. Burks got 6.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring. And Tim Hardaway says, you know what? My teammate's open. I'm going to get him the ball.
The third quarter comes to a close. Denver on top, up by 4. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. On the court for the Mavericks, Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3. It's Millsap with the drive. And it's Green missing. Mavericks trail by 4. Richardson finds Porzingis, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
I have to enjoy seeing Murray jam it down. His vertical is very impressive.
Richardson against Barton. Richardson the pass to Porzingis. Good on the shot. That's 12 points for Porzingis.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
Barton dishes to Murray. 5 on the clock. Barton kicks to Murray. Off target from 3-point range.
I'll tell you, despite his struggles at the offensive end, this team still finds themselves in control of the ball game.
Kleber, the pass to Richardson. Porzingis inside. Millsap covering. Porzingis can't hit.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he's surprised himself with the miss.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Denver making a switch here. Dozier's checked in. It's Barton on the wing. They kick it out to Green. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Boy, Powell is proving to be a handful inside. Does a good job utilizing his long arms to get the call.
JaVale McGee's checked in for Denver. Jokic comes in for Green. Denver's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Jokic draws the double. And Willie Cauley-Stein gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Goes up off the inbound. And Jokic lays it up and in. And the Nuggets lead by 2.
Plays a rugged game down low. Jokic's toughness adds character to the identity of this team.
And that one's good.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. And Jokic throws it down. Huge.
Jokic comes through just fearless. What an option.
Runs in the pass to Powell. Wide open look here for Cauley-Stein. Off target from the baseline. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Jokic is running. Near the three-point line. It's Porter. They get it back. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Brunson kicks to Cauley-Stein. Over Millsap. Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got 4 rebounds in this game. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Porzingis is checked in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hardaway. J.J. Redick's checked in for Trey Burke. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson.
Boy, how about the defense? And then the finish on the other end. Aaron Gordon making plays for his team.
Doncic kicks to Redick. Jokic with the steal. Outside Millsap. There's 49 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And it's Jokic missing.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal.
No question. That would be all she wrote.
Campazzo. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. Jokic has got the lead up to 10 now for Denver.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
Doncic finds Cauley-Stein. Dallas moving the ball around to end the run. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. So the Nuggets win it. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.